I don't know anything about electronics, but I bought this Arduino kit about 6 years ago. I haven't touched it since. This video is gonna be the first video in a long mini series where I'm gonna be learning more about electronics. And to start with that, I'm gonna make a mini air conditioning unit. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you're gonna come along and learn how to do it with me. Let's try to figure out first what an air conditioning unit even is. So an air conditioning unit seems to just control humidity and cool the air. We can do that. If an air conditioning unit just removes heat and controls humidity, what's the difference between that and a fan? A fan makes you feel cooler but doesn't actually change the room's temperature, whereas an air conditioning unit removes the heat from the space. I'm not gonna be removing the heat from the space, so maybe I'm actually not making an air conditioning unit. Maybe I'm just making a fan. Or well, I could still control the humidity. What's the difference between a fan and a humidifier? It seems like the difference between a fan and a dehumidifier is that the dehumidifier removes the moisture from the air, whereas a fan just kind of circulates it. So we now know what an air conditioning is, and what a fan is, and what a dehumidifier is. And based off the materials I have, I think I could make a dehumidifier. Maybe. Let's do it. Let's make the world's smallest dehumidifier that's made in this room. Okay, let's figure out what we need to create this. First of all, the thing that started everything, the fan. I think this one just fits on it, like so. But we need a way to figure out the temperature and the humidity. This is a little cheap humidity sensor that comes with the kit. Another thing I might need is some LCD screen to tell me what the temperature is and whether this is working. So how about this? I've never used this before, but it should help. And then of course we're gonna need some way to remove humidity. I did a while back buy some desiccants that I used to store my 3D printed materials. Bam, do not eat. Oh, and then of course we need some way to power this. This kit came with the Elegoo Uno R3, and I think I'm gonna be using this to kind of communicate with everything. I can plug this into here, and then have this be all enclosed together. I think I might need a breadboard. I could use this breadboard, but this breadboard's actually pretty big. Luckily for me, I have this breadboard. So we're gonna try this one, and if this one doesn't work, then we're gonna try this one. And then of course, we need some cables to connect all this together. Here. This is gonna connect this Elegoo into my computer. We're gonna be able to program it, connect all this together, and hopefully get this to spin. What we're actually gonna do with our design is we're just gonna turn on the fan. We're gonna place these desiccants kind of blocking the fan. Air with moisture kind of comes in from one side, pushes the air this way. The air comes in with moisture, leaves out without moisture, and we should notice that the moisture goes down. This is a tiny fan, so I'm not gonna expect this to actually remove a lot of humidity in the air, but it should be able to remove humidity at least within its vicinity. Now, I've never done this before, and I don't know if these desiccants are good enough to remove any sort of humidity from the air. I don't know what throwing air through these desiccants will do, but I'm gonna build this and we're gonna figure it out together. Luckily, we have a good way of measuring whether this works through this humidity sensor and with this screen. All right, let's get started connecting everything together. Let's just check that this even works. I thought that would do something. Huh. Now, the question is, did it not work because the motor's not working, or did it not work because the battery is dead? I actually don't have a good fan to replace this with, but we're gonna try using this stepper motor. I've never really used a step motor. The main thing I'm concerned about is whether I can spin this fast enough. Okay, back to square one. Oh, that's a mess. Let's try using the other breadboard really quick just to make sure. All right, we're back. I want to be dead, but I'd be very cold. 31 degrees Celsius, let's go! Humidity is 39%. Bam! Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna put the desiccant over the humidity sensor, see if that changes it. Okay, so let's put it over. And let's check. 38, okay. Okay, it's working. Bam, look at that. Our target is 38 and our humidity is 40. So let's try getting it down. Bam, and you can see that when I got to 38, the LED turned off, which would mean that the fan would turn off. I want to 3D print the air conditioner, but I don't have any 3D modeling skills yet. I definitely will learn at some point, but not during this video. I don't want to overload myself and learn too many things all at once and then give up on this project. So we're going to use a free one off the shelf. I found this air conditioning unit case by searching on Google, and I imported that into my Bamboo Lab studio. In here, I was able to scale it up. It has the dimensions right here so I can make sure that all my stuff fits. The only thing was I needed to make sure that the inside was hollow. So I added a negative part here, which I didn't really know about until I was messing around with this. I added this negative part into the air conditioning unit case to cut out the bottom. And then when we hit slice plate here, it kind of gives us a little estimate on what this is gonna look like. So you can see here that the bottom's cut out, which is kind of what we want. I kind of just want to hide all the stuff in there. I'm actually not 100% sure if everything's gonna fit in here because I didn't take the best measurements, but let's hope it does. Now I'm gonna send this off to go print and hopefully it'll be done by the time I need it. Okay, so I got my AC unit and it looks kind of bad. And it is a little flimsy. I've been kind of tinkering with this. I didn't really like how the print came out and I actually don't even have that much space. I've been kind of tinkering with it because I want the top to look a little bit better. Right now the top is just completely like empty. Nothing up here. I think that's an error. Maybe not an error, but isn't really what I want. I think I can get this to print this flat. I think this is the print I'm gonna go with. Did a lot. Fixing things up. There's little gaps here so that the fan can blow through here. I think I measured, but I'm not 100% sure if it's right. I think I can put the fan right here. Hopefully this works because I really don't think I'm gonna print this again if it doesn't. I think whatever comes out, I'm gonna end up using. All right, I'll see you after this print finishes. All right, new day, prints are done. Just to show you, this is what I used to have. The only ventilation this had was at the top with this really bad print job. The walls are super flimsy. And there really just is not enough space here for anything. So I made it bigger, maybe even a little too big. I went from this to this. I already did a little bit of cleanup. I already did a little bit of testing. I ran the wires through here. I actually just got this hot glue gun recently. I haven't had a hot glue gun in years. Actually, I don't know if I ever had a hot glue gun. Yeah, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's making noises. Okay, now we just hold it in place with our hands for like, I don't know how much time. Okay, well, it hasn't broken yet, which is good. It's still reading everything. It's still displaying text. It's not moving anymore. Later, maybe like a minute later, and it seems good. That's in there. Okay, so this is ground, and then my computer's making noises every time I connect this. I might be overloading this breadboard or Arduino or something. So the weird thing here is that it's not spinning. Okay, I think I'm killing the board. I might not have enough power. Pretty sure the board is turning off every single time that I do this. It doesn't have enough power. Well, that's unfortunate. Now I really do need to figure out how to use these batteries. I actually had to take a big break. I went to go eat out with my friends, and I was telling them about what I was doing, and I was telling them how I was hot gluing wires onto the fan, and they're like, that's diabolical. Why don't you solder? I don't have soldering equipment. I'm sorry. I gotta make do with what I got. Sound weird because I'm plugging in the hot glue. All right, now I gotta wait for it to heat back up. I just wanna say, hot glue is amazing for any sort of project because it comes off so easily. It's great. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This is not gonna look good. All right, let's hot glue the humidifier onto the AC unit. It's hot. Hot, hot. Ah, this is a mess. It's a mess, but it's progress. It's a mess, but it's progress. It's all learning. Next time, I'll do better. Next time, it will be better. Okay, look, it's not pretty, but this is one of the last things we have to do. Why is the fan not spinning? Oh, I think the glue, I see. This must come off. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. This glue should not have gone in here. I think this part here spins, I guess, or is part of the spinning mechanism. And that glue is not letting it spin. I did not know that. So it does keep disconnecting. It just means I need more hot glue here. It is still breaking it. Oh, what was that? Okay, I don't know why it's turning on and off. There we go. There we go. It's actually really hot. My fingers are kind of burning. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. And we're gonna call it a success. All right? I don't wanna hear any of this in the comments about how scuffed this was or what the hell's going on. This has a false contact. I don't have soldering equipment. This is pretty much done. I just need to prove that it works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this so that it doesn't have a false contact. If the humidity goes down and it turns off, then this would work as a proof of concept. It's hard to say it's not working. Let me see what this looks like over here. That's just completely broken. Oh my God. Please just work. I just want to be done with this. Oh my God, it's turning on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, went down more. Let's go, come on, get to 38. No. Let me stop talking. I'm breathing too much air. I'm gonna stop breathing. It's not working. And it, could be for a variety of different reasons, but I'm gonna assume the reason is because I only have one desiccant in there. Let's just put more desiccants. I think we put a bunch of desiccants, it will definitely work. It's already going down. Whatever. If this works, it works, okay? I don't wanna hear it. Oh my God, it's going up. These desiccants are not doing anything. I got the fan to work without me having to stick my hand in it, and I don't know how. It just at this angle, when I hold it at exactly this angle, it works. Well, the fan turns on. Okay, so I think I went from making the world's smallest dehumidifier that could be made in this room to just making the world's worst dehumidifier. I think what's happening is this fan isn't just blowing air that well forward, so it's not really going through the desiccant. Well, in that case, let's just change the target to 42. If you can't meet your goal, just change your goal. Wise words said by a wise man. That wise man being me. Yeah, it doesn't even want to upload. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna count that as a win. Let's go away from this camera. I'm gonna clean up a little, and then we're gonna talk about this. Hey, it's been 2 days since we were gonna talk about this project, and I've had a lot of time to think about this. Overall, I actually do think the project was a pretty big success, even though I didn't really feel it when I said it at the time. But looking back, I actually did learn a lot. I learned a lot about 3D printing, I learned a lot about electronics, I ended up learning a lot about being more organized with this stuff, kind of planning it out a little bit better. The next time I do this, it's actually gonna go way better, or at the very least, it's gonna go bad in other ways. Even though the video didn't really turn out the way I had originally planned, there's a lot of times when you go into projects, you just think, I'm wasting all this time, I'm wasting all this energy just to fail, what's the point? Well, the point is that you're gonna learn and that next time you'll be better. We waste so much time in our lives just waiting for the right opportunity, for the perfect thing, for us to be perfectly prepared for the next situation, but you can't just wait for life. You have to just go. You have to go and you have to mess up, and then you have to keep going and keep messing up until eventually you get pretty good at things. And that's how I've gotten good at other things, and that's how I have to get good at this. If there's one thing you should take from this video, is that just do the project that you're thinking of doing. As long as you do something new that you haven't done before, that will be progress towards your next project. Even when it goes terribly, terribly long and you literally start getting delusional, it's still going right, that's good. Your body is learning and growing from all that experience. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, please subscribe. We're trying to hit a goal of 1 million subscribers in 1 year and I need your help. Please subscribe, please like, and please leave a comment. Thank you.